Sober curious. What does that even mean? If you're asking yourself this, it's obvious. You have questions. And the mere fact that you're wondering about sobriety, about what a life without alcohol would truly look like, means you've reached a critical crossroads. I'm Dr. Donald Crowe, an emergency physician for over 40 years, and I've been sober myself for the last 27. From this unique perspective, I've seen alcohol from every imaginable angle, and I'm here to suggest some possible answers to your questions. If you're curious about sobriety, it's clear you've reached a point where you're asking, is alcohol taking more than it's giving? Everyone I know who's been sober for any length of time, they all hit this exact same crossroads. Two paths, one with drinking, one without. But it's impossible to see very far down either. The unknown is frightening, so your first instinct is to cling to what feels safe and predictable. But is it really safer? You wouldn't be here asking this question if you were satisfied with where your life's path had led thus far. And maybe now, those imperfections have stacked up so high that dragging them into your life's second act feels impossible. Let's get real. You drink more than you want to. You try to control, and you failed. Drinking, or the thought of it, dominates your mind. You've tried to moderate, and it hasn't worked. So you start to imagine life without alcohol. You picture waking up without guilt, without having to piece together the night before, without dreading the next hangover or making another silent promise to do better. Maybe you've even thought about swapping substances, something that gives you the same feeling with fewer consequences. I know, I tried that. It failed, just like it has for countless others. The voice in my head screamed, "To hell with it, I'll just drink again." And I did. And each time I went back, it got worse. The intervals between the attempts grew shorter, and the consequences grew louder, and my denial grew thicker. Let me be blunt, sobriety is black and white, all or none, pass or fail. It means moving forward without the influence of any substance that alters how you feel or reignites that battle for control. If you're sober curious, start by understanding this. Sobriety means giving up alcohol and anything else you're using to change your emotional state. That's not a punishment. It's freedom. It's a clean break from the cycle that's been wearing you down. Most of us don't question why we're drinking until we think about stopping. And then we panic. Because what we're giving up is familiar, a predictable effect, a routine, a way to coast through life on autopilot, a nightly ritual, a weekend reward, a little badge of belonging at happy hour. But here's the challenge. That autopilot is keeping you stuck. It keeps you from feeling deeply. It numbs your instincts. It smothers your ambition. The key to breaking free is recognizing when that urge shows up and choosing not to act on it. In that space, between urge and action, is the first taste of freedom. That's the real sober-curious experiment. Not just imagining life without alcohol, but testing your ability to sit with discomfort and see what's underneath it. Each time you do, you reclaim a bit of yourself that alcohol has been renting out. Now, let's tackle a myth. Didn't drinking make you feel better? Not really. Here's the truth. Alcohol doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel less bad. It blurs anger, frustration, self-pity, emptiness. It's anesthesia, not medicine. Even during good times, your wedding day, graduation, that big promotion, you still felt like something was missing, didn't you? A subtle edge of anxiety, a background hum of not enough. That's not joy, that's dependency. When I finally understood that alcohol wasn't adding anything, it was just muting the pain, I started asking a better question. Why am I in pain in the first place? And alcohol was never going to give me that answer. It can't. It's designed to distract you from the question, not help you solve it. This is where your curiosity can become your superpower. Instead of asking, how can I drink less? Ask, what am I avoiding? That's a scary question, but it's the one that opens the door to real change. Many of the benefits of sobriety are hiding in plain sight. Drinking narrows your world. You lose meaningful friends. You replace them with drinking buddies who help you stay stuck. You stop improving. You lose momentum. You stop growing. Instead, you drift through a fog of regret, good intentions, and wasted energy. But here's the good news. You don't have to make a change alone. There are people right now who've made it to where you want to go. Treatment programs, AA, Smart Recovery, other sober curious groups, online communities, podcasts, books, people like you in every time zone willing to share their maps out of the maze. You don't have to adopt any doctrine. Just start showing up and let their experience fill in the gaps. Borrow their strength while you build your own. I walked into my first meeting terrified, arms crossed, thinking I didn't belong. And within minutes, I heard my story coming out of someone else's mouth. That moment cracked something open in me, and it can for you too. You might be surprised to find that sober people laugh. A lot. We laugh at ourselves, at how absurd our thinking used to be, or still can be, at the tricks our brains still try to play. And that laughter, that shared experience, it's healing. It shows you that change is not only possible, it can be joyful. You'll see others relapse too, and their pain will remind you why you started. You'll learn compassion for them and for yourself. Eventually, you'll stop asking, can I live without alcohol, and start asking, can I keep living with it? That's the pivot point. That's when sobriety stops feeling like a sentence and starts feeling like your destiny. You'll begin to notice your mornings expanding, your relationships deepening, and your sense of possibility returning. You'll stop borrowing energy from tomorrow to get through today. Let's end where we began. If you're asking yourself whether you should quit drinking, you already know the answer. You're just hesitating. And that's okay. It's normal. It's human. But take a few steps forward anyway. You don't have to go the whole way today. Just move. Make a call. Write down how you're feeling. Skip tonight's drink. Walk into that meeting. Reach out to someone who's been there. Because although the path to change can be challenging, it leads to somewhere beautiful. Because giving up drinking doesn't mean giving up anything real. It means opening the door to the life that you deserve. Subscribe to this channel, like the video, and comment below. What questions do you have about sober curiosity? And check out this video to find out why asking if you're an alcoholic is the wrong question to ask. I'm Dr. Donald Crowe, and I'll see you in the next one.